There's a quiet power that some people possess. A way of thinking, acting, and reacting that separates them from the crowd. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to achieve more with less effort, why they understand the world so clearly, or why they move through life with precision and control, this video is for you. I want you to pay close attention, because what you're about to hear isn't theory, it's reality. These are habits, patterns, and mindsets that highly intelligent people cultivate every single day. And the truth is, you can adopt them too. Before we dive in, make a commitment to yourself, subscribe to this channel, share this video with someone who needs it, and come back for more content like this. If you really want to level up your mind, this is the place to be. Habit 1. Mastering their attention. Highly intelligent people treat their attention like a treasure. In a world full of distractions, they deliberately decide what deserves their focus. Social media, notifications, gossip, and random noise? They avoid it. Instead, they focus on what matters, the tasks, ideas, and people that move them forward. While others are constantly distracted, they are building skills, creating opportunities, and growing exponentially. This habit alone gives them an edge most people never even realize exists. Habit 2. Thinking independently. Most people go through life following what others say or popular opinion. Intelligent individuals take a different approach. They question everything, even their own assumptions. They analyze situations before deciding what's true, valuable, or worth acting on. This habit builds independence and helps them avoid mistakes that the majority make blindly. Thinking for yourself doesn't just make you smarter, it makes your life yours. Habit 3. Turning pain into progress. Life isn't easy. Failures, rejection, and setbacks happen to everyone. But highly intelligent people respond differently. Instead of making excuses, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" They use challenges as fuel to grow stronger. Every difficulty becomes a stepping stone to a better version of themselves. While most people see obstacles, intelligent people see opportunities to evolve. Habit 4. Delaying gratification. Intelligent individuals know that real results take time. They don't chase instant pleasure or immediate success. They're willing to work consistently, patiently, and persistently. Most people give up when results are slow. But the ability to delay gratification, to invest in yourself over months and years, creates results that feel almost magical compared to the shortcuts others pursue. Habit 5. Extreme self-awareness. Highly intelligent people constantly reflect on their actions, thoughts, and habits. They ask tough questions. Am I growing? Am I wasting time? What can I improve tomorrow? This level of awareness prevents repeated mistakes and accelerates growth. While most people drift through life on autopilot, they evolve continuously. Self-awareness isn't comfortable, but it's transformative. Habit 6. Focus on value creation. They don't chase approval, validation, or empty praise. Instead, intelligent people focus on creating value, skills, knowledge, solutions, and results. Most people consume endlessly, but intelligent individuals produce. This habit compounds over time, creating influence, wealth, and opportunity without needing to chase recognition. Habit 7. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline lasts. Highly intelligent people consistently show up, even when they don't feel like it. While others wait for inspiration, they rely on habits and systems. Small, consistent actions compound into extraordinary results. This is the quiet power that separates thinkers from achievers. Habit 8. Learning from failures. Failure is not feared, they embrace it. Every mistake is analyzed, dissected, and turned into a lesson. Most people avoid failure or ignore it, repeating errors over and over. Intelligent individuals extract wisdom from every setback, making them stronger and more prepared for what comes next. Habit 9. Seeking challenges. Comfort zones are dangerous. Intelligent people intentionally pursue difficult tasks that stretch their abilities. Every challenge mastered strengthens their skills, confidence, and resilience. Most people avoid discomfort, but the ability to lean into it is what creates extraordinary results over time. Habit 10. Long-term vision. Highly intelligent individuals think beyond today or tomorrow. They visualize where they want to be months, years, or decades ahead. Most people react impulsively, chasing short-term satisfaction. Visionary thinking allows intelligent people to align every choice with their long-term goals, ensuring consistent progress. Habit 11. Cultivating curiosity. Curiosity fuels intelligent minds. They explore ideas, people, and systems, asking questions others never consider. This habit unlocks creativity, innovation, and understanding, allowing them to see solutions and opportunities that remain invisible to most. Habit 12. Strategic patience. They understand that great things take time. While most people want immediate results, intelligent individuals invest in processes, nurture relationships, and remain consistent. Patience is not passive, it's deliberate, strategic, and rewarding. Habit 13. Controlling ego and pride. Ego clouds judgment. Highly intelligent people remain humble, accepting feedback and learning from others. They don't feel the need to prove themselves constantly, which frees them to focus on growth. Habit 14. Observation of subtle cues. They notice tone, body language, patterns, and hidden signals. While most people only see the obvious, intelligent people pick up on details that reveal intentions, emotions, and opportunities. This subtle skill allows them to navigate life with precision. Habit 15. Choosing growth over comfort. Comfort is tempting, but it limits potential. Intelligent individuals deliberately choose growth, even when it's inconvenient. This could mean confronting fears, building new skills, or taking difficult actions that pay off long term. Habit 16. Practicing deep work. Multitasking kills focus. Highly intelligent people dedicate uninterrupted time to tasks that matter. Deep work allows them to produce high-quality results, solve complex problems, and accomplish far more than distracted peers. Habit 17. Curiosity into action. They don't just learn, they implement. Ideas without action remain useless. Applying knowledge transforms thinking into results, making intelligence practical and powerful. Habit 18. Embracing discomfort. Discomfort signals growth. Highly intelligent people embrace it. They confront challenges, tough conversations, and uncertainty because they understand that lasting progress requires effort beyond comfort. Habit 19. Designing their environment. Their surroundings, physical, social, and digital, are deliberately chosen to support growth. Most people drift into toxic environments, but intelligent people protect their focus, energy, and mindset by controlling their environment. Habit 20. Continuous self-assessment. They regularly evaluate progress, habits, and results. By adjusting constantly, they ensure their actions align with goals. This prevents stagnation and builds continuous improvement over time. Habit 21. Resilience through action. Intelligent people act despite fear, uncertainty, or difficulty. Action builds confidence, knowledge, and momentum. Most people wait for the perfect moment, but the right moment is created through action. Habit 22. Lifelong self-improvement. Intelligence is a journey, not a destination. Highly intelligent people refine their mind, body, habits, skills, and relationships constantly. They never settle for mediocrity. Habit 23. Observing before judging. They analyze situations before forming opinions, avoiding impulsive decisions or conflicts. Observation builds insight, control, and better decision-making. Habit 24. Mental flexibility. They adapt when plans fail, adjusting strategies instead of panicking. Flexibility allows them to thrive in uncertainty where others break. Habit 25. Solution-oriented thinking. They focus on solutions rather than problems. Energy spent on complaining or blaming is redirected toward action and results. Habit 26. Self-discipline across life. From habits to finances to relationships, discipline is consistent. They act reliably, even when motivation is absent. Habit 27. Learning from mistakes. Failure is data, not a defeat. Analysis and adaptation turn errors into stepping stones for mastery. Habit 28. Building deep focus. They resist multitasking, dedicating time to high-priority tasks to maximize results. Habit 29. Strategic patience in relationships. They nurture connections over time instead of chasing shallow or immediate results. Habit 30. Protecting mental energy. They avoid drama, negativity, and wasted effort, prioritizing focus and clarity in everything they do. Habit 31. Creating value over seeking approval. They focus on impact and results rather than external validation, leading to influence and respect naturally. Habit 32. Turning knowledge into action. Learning alone is useless. Action applied consistently is what produces success. Habit 33. Embracing long-term thinking. They plan for decades, aligning choices with ultimate goals instead of reacting impulsively. Habit 34. Observing patterns. They notice trends, behaviors, and systems, allowing them to predict outcomes and act strategically. Habit 35. Emotional regulation. They manage impulses, staying calm and strategic in every situation. Emotional mastery leads to better decisions and relationships. Habit 36. Constant curiosity. They explore ideas and ask questions, creating insights and opportunities others miss. Habit 37. Owning responsibility. Blame is rejected, ownership is embraced. They control what they can control and influence what they can't. Habit 38. Resilience in action. They act decisively, creating momentum that builds confidence and capability. Habit 39. Intentional reflection. Daily or weekly review of actions, choices, and habits allows course correction and continuous growth. Habit 40. Committing to growth daily. They evolve in every area, mental, emotional, and physical, without settling for mediocrity. Every day is an opportunity to improve. Conclusions/call to action. Now that you've seen how highly intelligent people think, act, and live, it's time for you to act. Don't just watch this video and scroll away. Take one habit, one idea, and implement it today. Subscribe to this channel, share this video with someone who needs it, and keep coming back. Your mind is your greatest asset, and what you feed it determines your future. The life you want, success, influence, wealth, and freedom, is built habit by habit. You have the awareness now. The choice is yours. Start building your future today. The truth is, most people go through life feeling stuck, confused, and constantly distracted, wondering why success feels so far away. They wake up with big dreams, but end the day with nothing to show for it. And deep down, it hurts, because they know they're capable of more. Maybe you've felt that too. That quiet frustration, that feeling that you're wasting your potential. But here's something powerful you need to understand. Intelligence is not just about being born smart. It's about how you think, how you act, and the habits you build every single day. The people you admire, the ones who seem sharp, focused, and ahead in life, they didn't get there by luck. They trained their minds differently. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. If you're serious about changing your life, becoming sharper, more disciplined, and more aware, then this is for you. Make sure you subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and stay connected, because what you're about to learn can genuinely change how you see yourself. Highly intelligent people don't waste time trying to prove they're smart. Instead, they stay curious. They ask questions. They observe more than they speak. While others rush to give opinions, they slow down and try to understand. This is what separates them. They are always learning, always growing. If you start doing this, you'll notice something. You begin to see things others miss. Another powerful habit is emotional control. Smart people don't let every little thing shake them. They don't react impulsively. When something goes wrong, they pause, think, and respond calmly. This doesn't mean they don't feel emotions, it means they control them instead of being controlled. And in a world full of chaos, that's a rare kind of power. They also spend a lot of time alone, not because they're lonely, but because they value clarity. When you're constantly surrounded by noise, opinions, and distractions, it's hard to think deeply. Intelligent people create space for themselves. They reflect. They analyze their decisions. They grow in silence while others are distracted. One thing you'll notice about highly intelligent individuals is that they don't chase validation. They don't need constant approval from others to feel good about themselves. While many people are trapped trying to impress the world, they focus on building themselves. And that's why they stand out, because they're not trying to fit in. They are also very intentional with their time. They understand that time is their most valuable asset. So they don't waste it on meaningless scrolling, gossip, or things that don't move them forward. Every action has purpose. Every decision is thought through. And over time, this discipline compounds into success. Another key habit is adaptability. Intelligent people don't break when life changes, they adjust. They learn new skills, shift their mindset, and keep moving forward. Instead of complaining about change, they use it as an advantage. This is why they grow faster than others. They don't resist reality, they work with it. They also think long term. While most people are chasing quick results and instant gratification, highly intelligent people are playing a different game. They're willing to sacrifice comfort now for a better future. They delay pleasure. They stay consistent. And because of that, they win in the long run. And here's something many people ignore: they take responsibility. They don't blame others for their failures. They don't make excuses. If something goes wrong, they look at themselves first. That level of accountability is uncomfortable, but it's also what gives them control over their life. At the end of the day, becoming smarter isn't about IQ tests or labels. It's about discipline, awareness, and the habits you build daily. You don't need to be born different, you just need to start thinking differently. So ask yourself, are you going to keep living on autopilot, or are you ready to take control? If this message hit you, don't just watch and move on. Subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs a wake-up call, and keep coming back for more. Because the more you feed your mind with the right ideas, the more your life begins to change. And remember, your future is not decided by where you are right now, but by what you choose to do next. One habit that often goes unnoticed is that highly intelligent people are very aware of their own ignorance. That might sound strange, but it's powerful. Instead of pretending to know everything, they openly admit when they don't understand something. And because of that, they learn faster than everyone else. While others protect their ego, they protect their growth. They stay humble enough to keep improving. They also don't argue to win, they argue to understand. Most people enter conversations just to prove a point, to feel right, to dominate. Intelligent individuals approach discussions differently. They listen carefully, they consider different perspectives, and sometimes, they even change their minds. That's not weakness, that's strength. Because growth only happens when you're willing to evolve. Another strong habit is that they detach from outcomes. They focus on effort, not just results. They understand that you can do everything right and still not get immediate success. And instead of getting frustrated, they stay consistent. This mindset keeps them moving forward when others would quit. They are also very good at managing their energy, not just their time. Most people try to do more, but intelligent people try to do better. They know when they are most productive, and they protect that time. They rest when needed, they avoid burnout, and they don't waste energy on things that don't matter. This is why they can sustain high performance over long periods. Another thing you'll notice is that they are comfortable with silence. They don't feel the need to always talk, always react, always fill the space. Silence gives them room to think, to observe, to process. And in that silence, they gain clarity that others miss. They also avoid unnecessary drama. While many people get pulled into gossip, conflicts, and emotional chaos, intelligent individuals step back. They ask themselves, does this really matter? If the answer is no, they walk away. This keeps their mind clear and focused on what truly matters. Highly intelligent people also invest in skills, not just entertainment. While others spend hours consuming content that adds no value, they choose to learn. Whether it's reading, practicing, or studying something useful, they are always upgrading themselves. And over time, those small improvements create massive results. They are also very intentional about their habits. They understand that your life is a reflection of what you do daily. So they build routines that support their goals. They don't rely on luck, they rely on systems. And those systems keep them on track even when they don't feel like it. Another key habit is resilience. Life will hit you hard. There will be setbacks, failures, disappointments. Intelligent people don't avoid these moments, they face them. They adapt, they learn, and they come back stronger. Instead of breaking under pressure, they use it to grow. And here's something very real: they don't compare themselves to others constantly. While many people feel insecure watching others succeed, intelligent individuals focus on their own path. They measure progress against who they were yesterday, not against someone else's highlight reel. This keeps them grounded and focused. At this point, you should understand something clearly: becoming smarter is a choice. It's not something reserved for a few people. It's built through habits, through discipline, through awareness. But here's the hard truth: most people will hear this and do nothing. They'll feel motivated for a moment, then go back to the same distractions, the same excuses, the same patterns. Don't be that person. You don't need to change everything overnight. But you do need to take action. Because information without action is just entertainment. And if you keep treating knowledge like entertainment, your life will never change. So make a decision, right now. Decide that you're going to think differently, act differently, live differently. And if you're serious about that decision, then don't just watch this video and scroll away. Subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs to wake up, and keep coming back for more. Because this is not just about watching videos, this is about transforming your mindset. You've got the awareness now. The only thing left is execution. There's a habit that quietly separates highly intelligent people from everyone else. They think before they speak. Not because they're slow, but because they're precise. They understand that words carry weight. While others speak out of emotion, impulse, or the need to be heard, intelligent individuals take a moment. They process. And when they finally speak, their words have clarity, direction, and impact. Another powerful trait is that they are not easily impressed. Flashy lifestyles, quick success, loud opinions, these things don't move them. They look deeper. They care about substance, not surface. This protects them from chasing illusions and wasting time on things that look good but have no real value. They also build mental endurance. Just like the body gets stronger through resistance, the mind gets sharper through challenge. Intelligent people don't avoid difficult tasks, they lean into them. They read complex ideas, solve hard problems, and push themselves beyond comfort. This is how they expand their thinking while others stay stuck in simplicity. Something else you'll notice is that they are extremely self-directed. They don't wait for someone to tell them what to do. They don't rely on constant guidance or supervision. Once they understand a goal, they take initiative. This independence gives them an advantage, because while others are waiting, they are already moving. They are also very careful about what they consume, mentally. Not just food, but information. They understand that what you watch, listen to, and engage with shapes your thinking. So they limit negative, useless, or distracting content. Instead, they feed their minds with things that challenge and elevate them. Another habit that stands out is that they simplify things. Intelligence is not about making things complicated, it's about making things clear. Highly intelligent people can take complex ideas and break them down into something understandable. This shows true mastery. If you can't explain something simply, you probably don't understand it deeply enough. They also take calculated risks. Not reckless moves, not blind decisions, but thoughtful risks. They analyze situations, weigh outcomes, and then act. While many people are either too afraid to try or too careless in their actions, intelligent individuals find balance. And that balance leads to better decisions over time. One thing that really stands out is that they don't chase motivation, they build structure. They know that waiting to feel ready is a trap. So they create routines, systems, and environments that make it easier to stay consistent. This is why they keep progressing even on days when they don't feel like it. They are also deeply aware of consequences. Every action has a result, whether good or bad. Intelligent people think ahead. They ask themselves, if I do this consistently, where will it lead me? That level of foresight helps them avoid many mistakes that others walk into blindly. And here's a tough one: they let go of what no longer serves them. Whether it's bad habits, toxic environments, or limiting beliefs, they are willing to cut things off. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Growth requires sacrifice, and they understand that clearly. Now let's be honest, this is where most people struggle. Not with understanding, but with doing. Because doing requires effort. It requires discipline. It requires you to step out of comfort. But comfort is the trap. Everything you want, growth, success, respect, financial freedom, it's on the other side of discomfort. And highly intelligent people don't run from that. They walk straight into it. So here's what I want you to do. Stop just listening. Start applying. Even if it's uncomfortable. Even if it's slow. Because progress, no matter how small, is still progress. And if you're still here, it means something is clicking in your mind right now. Don't ignore that feeling. That's awareness. That's the moment where change begins. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this with someone who keeps making excuses. And keep coming back, because this is the kind of mindset that will separate you from the average. You don't need to be perfect. But you do need to be intentional. And once you become intentional, everything starts to change. Highly intelligent people have a habit that most people avoid. They spend time thinking deeply. Not scrolling, not reacting, not distracting themselves, just thinking. They sit with their thoughts, they analyze their life, their decisions, their direction. And in those quiet moments, they gain clarity that most people never experience. Because the truth is, if you're always distracted, you'll never truly understand yourself. They also don't let their past define them. Yes, they learn from it, but they don't live in it. Many people are stuck replaying old mistakes, regrets, or missed opportunities. Intelligent individuals take the lesson and move forward. They don't carry unnecessary weight into their future. Another powerful trait is that they are extremely observant. They notice patterns in people, in behavior, in results. While others see isolated events, they see connections. This helps them predict outcomes, make smarter decisions, and avoid repeating mistakes. They are also very comfortable delaying gratification. This is a big one. While most people want results now, intelligent people are willing to wait. They understand that anything valuable takes time. So they stay disciplined, even when there's no immediate reward. And over time, that patience separates them from everyone else. They don't attach their identity to temporary situations. Just because they failed doesn't mean they are a failure. Just because they're struggling doesn't mean they're stuck. They separate who they are from what they're going through. This mindset keeps them mentally strong, even during hard times. Another habit is that they constantly challenge their own beliefs. They don't just accept what they've always thought. They ask, is this still true? Is this helping me grow? This keeps their thinking flexible and sharp. Because the moment you stop questioning yourself, you stop evolving. They are also very aware of distractions disguised as opportunities. Not everything that looks good is good for you. Intelligent people know how to say no. They protect their time, their focus, and their energy. Because every yes to the wrong thing is a no to the right thing. They don't fear being alone at the top. This is something many people can't handle. As you grow, you will outgrow certain environments, conversations, and even people. Intelligent individuals accept this. They don't shrink themselves just to stay comfortable. They rise, even if it means standing alone for a while. Another thing, they execute. Not perfectly, not always confidently, but consistently. Because they understand something most people ignore: clarity comes from action, not overthinking. You can think all day, plan all day, but until you move, nothing changes. And finally, they understand that life is a long game. Not a quick win, not a shortcut, not luck. A long game of discipline, learning, adapting, and improving. And once you start thinking like this, you stop chasing quick success, and start building real success. Now let me speak directly to you. You've heard all of this. You've felt it. You know deep down that something needs to change. The question is, are you actually going to change it? Because information is everywhere. Motivation is everywhere. But transformation? That's rare. And it's rare because it requires action. So don't just close this video and go back to old habits. Don't just feel inspired for a moment and then forget everything. That's what most people do, and that's why most people stay the same. Do something different. Pick a habit. Just one. And commit to it. Build it daily. Protect it. Let it shape you. And if you're serious about becoming sharper, more disciplined, and more in control of your life, then stay connected. Subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs to hear the truth, and keep showing up. Because this is bigger than just a video. This is about who you're becoming. And that decision is yours. One of the strongest habits of highly intelligent people is their ability to master their attention in a world designed to steal it. Right now, attention is one of the most valuable assets you have, yet most people give it away freely, to social media, notifications, gossip, and endless distractions. Intelligent individuals understand that whatever controls your attention controls your life. So they become extremely intentional about where they focus. They train themselves to sit down and work without constantly checking their phone. They reduce noise. They eliminate unnecessary distractions. And over time, this gives them a massive advantage, because while others are busy being distracted, they are building skills, creating opportunities, and moving forward. If you can learn to control your attention, you'll realize that your productivity, your thinking, and even your confidence will start to improve. Another deep habit is their commitment to thinking independently instead of following the crowd. Most people don't actually think, they repeat. They follow trends, adopt popular opinions, and move with the majority because it feels safe. But highly intelligent people take a step back. They analyze information before accepting it. They ask themselves if something truly makes sense, instead of blindly agreeing. This allows them to avoid manipulation, poor decisions, and wasted time. It also means they're not easily influenced by pressure or hype. And here's the truth: if you always think like everyone else, you'll get the same results as everyone else. But if you start thinking for yourself, you create a path that's actually yours. Highly intelligent people also develop the habit of turning pain into progress instead of excuses. Life is hard for everyone: failures, rejection, setbacks, disappointment. The difference is how you respond. Most people use pain as a reason to stop. Intelligent individuals use it as a reason to grow. When something goes wrong, they don't sit there blaming people or complaining about their situation. They ask, "What can this teach me?" That shift in mindset is powerful. Because instead of staying stuck, they turn every difficult experience into fuel for improvement. Over time, this makes them mentally stronger, more resilient, and far more prepared for life's challenges. Another powerful habit is their ability to delay gratification and stay committed to long-term rewards. We live in a time where everything is instant entertainment, instant validation, instant pleasure. But success doesn't work like that. Intelligent people understand that the best results come from consistency over time. They are willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term gain. While others are relaxing, procrastinating, or chasing quick pleasure, they are putting in the work. And this is not always exciting. It's often boring, repetitive, and slow. But that's exactly why it works. Because most people don't have the patience to stay consistent long enough to see results. They also build a habit of extreme self-awareness, which most people completely ignore. Instead of going through life on autopilot, intelligent individuals constantly evaluate themselves. They reflect on their behavior, their decisions, their habits, and their mindset. They notice when they're being lazy, distracted, or emotional. And instead of ignoring it, they correct it. This level of awareness is uncomfortable, because it forces you to face the truth about yourself. But it's also what allows real growth. Because you cannot improve what you refuse to recognize. Another key habit is their focus on value creation instead of just consumption. Most people spend their time consuming, watching videos, scrolling, listening, reacting. Intelligent people flip this. They ask, what can I create? What can I build? What value can I offer? Whether it's skills, ideas, content, or solutions, they focus on producing more than they consume. And this is important, especially if you want to grow financially and personally. Because the more value you create, the more opportunities come your way. They also develop the discipline to stay consistent even when they don't feel like it. This is where most people fail. They rely on motivation, and when motivation disappears, they stop. Intelligent individuals don't depend on feelings, they depend on structure. They show up even when they're tired, even when they're not in the mood, even when progress feels slow. Because they understand that consistency beats intensity every time. Small actions, repeated daily, will always outperform big actions done occasionally. Another strong habit is their ability to protect their mental environment. They are very careful about the kind of people they surround themselves with, the conversations they engage in, and the content they consume. Because they know that negativity, laziness, and distraction are contagious. If you're constantly around people who complain, make excuses, and waste time, it will affect you. Intelligent individuals choose environments that push them to grow. They seek out knowledge, discipline, and positive influence. Finally, they live with a sense of personal responsibility that most people avoid. They don't blame their situation, their background, or other people for where they are. Even if life is unfair, and sometimes it is, they still take ownership. Because they understand that responsibility gives you power. The moment you stop blaming and start taking control is the moment your life begins to change. And this is not easy, but it's necessary if you want real growth. Now listen carefully, this is where everything comes together. You don't become highly intelligent overnight. You become it through daily decisions, through discipline, through awareness, through doing what most people avoid. So don't try to do everything at once. That's a mistake. Pick one habit from this video, just one, and start building it today. Stay consistent with it. Let it become part of you. And if you're serious about leveling up your mindset, don't just watch and leave. Subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and keep showing up. Because the truth is simple. The life you want is built by the habits you choose. And the sooner you take that seriously, the faster everything changes. Highly intelligent people make a habit of questioning everything, including themselves. Most people go through life accepting what they've been told, following instructions, or agreeing with popular opinion. But intelligent individuals constantly evaluate. They ask, why am I doing this? Is this actually helping me grow? Could there be a better way? This habit forces them to think critically, to avoid mistakes that others repeat endlessly. And more importantly, it builds independence. You stop being a passive consumer of life and start becoming an active creator of your own reality. It's uncomfortable at first, because it forces you to confront your blind spots. But that discomfort is exactly what grows your mind. The more you do this, the sharper and more resilient you become. Another habit that sets them apart is their love for learning, not just information. Highly intelligent people aren't satisfied with superficial knowledge. They don't just skim articles or watch videos to pass time. They dive deep. They study history, philosophy, science, and human behavior, not because they want to impress anyone, but because understanding the world deeply gives them an edge. They take lessons from books, from failures, and from the people around them, and then apply it. Unlike most people who read or listen passively, intelligent individuals turn knowledge into action. And over time, this cumulative learning creates a mental library that allows them to make smarter decisions, solve complex problems, and recognize opportunities that others can't see. They also practice emotional regulation on a daily basis. While many people react impulsively, angry texts, frustrated outbursts, panicked decisions, highly intelligent people pause. They understand that emotion without control is destructive. They allow themselves to feel, but they don't let feelings dictate behavior. This habit allows them to make clear decisions under pressure, build stronger relationships, and avoid unnecessary conflict. Emotional mastery is one of the most underrated aspects of intelligence because most people confuse raw emotion with strength. The truth is, strength is measured by how well you control it and channel it toward purpose. Highly intelligent people are obsessed with self-reflection. They constantly analyze their choices, actions, and habits. Every week, sometimes every day, they ask themselves hard questions. What did I do well? What did I waste time on? How can I be better tomorrow? This habit builds awareness of patterns that most people never even notice. Over time, this self-reflection turns into personal evolution. While everyone else repeats the same mistakes year after year, intelligent individuals evolve continuously. They understand that growth is not about luck, it's about deliberate improvement. Another key habit is strategic risk-taking. Many people avoid risk completely, settling for comfort and familiarity. Others take reckless risks without thinking about consequences. Highly intelligent people do the opposite. They calculate, evaluate, and then act. They understand that avoiding risk entirely guarantees mediocrity, while reckless risk guarantees chaos. By striking a balance, they open doors to opportunities that others never see. And here's the subtle point: risk isn't just about money or career, it's about personal growth. Every time they step outside their comfort zone, they expand their ability to think, act, and succeed. They also protect their mental and physical energy like a sacred resource. While most people drain themselves on useless arguments, negative people, and endless scrolling, intelligent people carefully choose how they spend their energy. They prioritize sleep, nutrition, movement, focus, and meaningful activity. They know that without energy, intelligence is wasted. Think of it like this: even a brilliant computer won't function if the power is off. You need energy to apply knowledge, make decisions, and take action. Protecting it is non-negotiable. Another powerful habit is curiosity over judgment. Intelligent people ask questions instead of assuming they know everything. They're fascinated by people, situations, and ideas, which allows them to see layers and details others miss. Curiosity drives creativity, innovation, and insight. While others react, intelligent individuals investigate. This habit keeps them learning, growing, and seeing opportunities where everyone else sees problems. They also live intentionally instead of passively. Most people drift through life, reacting to circumstances, letting routines control them, following habits that don't serve them. Intelligent individuals live deliberately. Every action, every decision, every habit is chosen with purpose. They understand that living passively leads to wasted potential, frustration, and regret. Intentional living isn't flashy, it's disciplined, thoughtful, and strategic. But over time, it compounds into extraordinary results. Highly intelligent people are also resilient in the face of failure. They understand that setbacks are inevitable. While most people crumble, blame, or quit, intelligent people embrace failure as feedback. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every disappointment becomes a stepping stone, and every struggle becomes practice for greater strength. This habit doesn't just build intelligence, it builds unshakable confidence and mental toughness. Finally, one of the most transformative habits is deliberate networking and learning from the right people. They don't waste time with negativity, gossip, or people who pull them down. Instead, they surround themselves with those who inspire, challenge, and elevate them. They learn from mentors, peers, and even competitors. The people you spend time with shape your mindset more than almost anything else. Intelligent people know this and use it strategically. Highly intelligent people cultivate the habit of observing before judging. They don't jump to conclusions based on emotion or incomplete information. Instead, they carefully watch situations, analyze behavior, and collect facts before forming opinions. This habit allows them to make smarter decisions, avoid conflicts, and see the truth where others only see chaos. Observation is not passive, they're actively scanning, learning, and connecting dots that most people miss. Over time, this gives them a perspective that makes their advice, actions, and judgments more accurate and respected by others. They also practice mental flexibility, which allows them to adapt when life doesn't go as planned. Most people resist change, cling to old habits, or break under pressure. Intelligent individuals anticipate shifts and adjust accordingly. They remain calm when plans fall apart, seek solutions, and pivot with purpose. This adaptability not only prevents wasted energy but also opens doors that rigid thinkers can never access. Life is unpredictable, and your ability to bend without breaking is what separates success from stagnation. Highly intelligent people focus on creating value rather than chasing validation. They don't need constant approval, likes, or praise to feel fulfilled. Most people are trapped seeking validation, which keeps them small. Intelligent individuals focus on producing results, solving problems, and making a real impact. Over time, their consistent effort naturally earns recognition without them chasing it. This shift in focus, from being liked to being effective, is one of the quietest yet most powerful habits to adopt. Another habit is intentional reflection on daily actions. Every evening, many intelligent individuals pause to review their day. They ask, "What did I do well? What wasted time? What can I improve tomorrow?" This reflection is not just journaling, it's honest assessment and planning. Most people never stop to consider if their choices align with their goals. Over time, this habit allows intelligent people to course correct continuously, accelerate growth, and ensure their efforts are purposeful. They also build strong personal boundaries. Intelligent individuals understand that their time, energy, and focus are finite resources. They learn to say no to distractions, toxic people, and meaningless commitments. Most people let everything in, which drains them and keeps them off course. By setting boundaries, intelligent individuals protect their mental space and prioritize what truly matters. This habit often creates a clear path to progress that others struggle to find. Highly intelligent people practice self-discipline in all areas of life. Discipline is different from motivation, which is fleeting. Discipline is showing up consistently, even when it's uncomfortable, boring, or difficult. It's doing the work when nobody is watching. Most people give up when they don't feel like it, but disciplined individuals stick to their habits and systems. Over time, the results compound quietly but powerfully, creating momentum that feels unstoppable. They also engage in deep, intentional learning from failures and mistakes. While many people avoid failure or pretend it didn't happen, intelligent individuals analyze it thoroughly. They ask, "What caused this? What could I have done differently? How can I prevent this next time?" This habit turns setbacks into stepping stones and prevents repeated errors. Failure is not feared, it's a teacher, and learning from it is non-negotiable. Highly intelligent people also seek out challenges that push their limits. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones, and they know it. They intentionally take on tasks, projects, or situations that stretch their mental, emotional, and physical abilities. Most people avoid challenges because they're uncomfortable or risky. But intelligent individuals embrace discomfort as a tool for learning and mastery. Every challenge conquered strengthens confidence, skill, and resilience. Another habit is building long-term vision and strategy. They don't live day to day with short-term thinking or instant gratification. They create plans, set clear goals, and understand the steps needed to reach them. Most people drift through life without a vision, reacting to whatever happens. Intelligent individuals have a blueprint for their life, and every decision they make is aligned with that blueprint. This creates consistency, focus, and progress that others only dream of. Highly intelligent people cultivate curiosity about people and the world. They ask questions, explore ideas, and seek to understand the why behind behaviors and events. Most people accept surface-level explanations, but intelligent individuals dig deeper. This habit allows them to solve problems creatively, connect with others more effectively, and see opportunities where others see obstacles. Curiosity fuels learning, innovation, and personal growth. They also practice strategic patience in relationships, business, and personal growth. Most people are impatient. They want instant results, instant success, instant validation. Intelligent people know that real value is created over time. They invest wisely, nurture relationships, and wait for results that truly matter. Impatience leads to mistakes. Patience builds mastery. Another habit is avoiding the trap of ego and pride. Highly intelligent people stay humble and grounded. They don't need to prove themselves constantly or seek recognition for every action. Ego clouds judgment, inflates mistakes, and invites unnecessary conflict. By controlling pride, they remain open to feedback, learning, and improvement. This habit also attracts respect, trust, and collaboration from others. They are also masters of observation and subtle cues. They notice body language, tone, context, and patterns in communication. While most people only see what's obvious, intelligent individuals pick up on subtle signals that reveal intentions, emotions, and hidden opportunities. This habit allows them to navigate social and professional situations with precision and confidence. Highly intelligent people prioritize self-growth over comfort or convenience. Most people choose comfort, they settle, procrastinate, or take shortcuts. Intelligent individuals consistently choose growth, even when it's inconvenient or difficult. This might mean learning a new skill, confronting a weakness, or doing work that feels uncomfortable. The payoff isn't instant, but over time, these choices compound into extraordinary abilities, opportunities, and influence. They also build the habit of deep work and uninterrupted focus. Multitasking is the enemy of progress. Highly intelligent people schedule blocks of focused time for high-priority tasks and eliminate distractions completely. This habit allows them to complete tasks efficiently, think creatively, and achieve results far beyond those who constantly switch between shallow activities. Deep work is not just productive, it's transformative. Another habit is transforming curiosity into action. Intelligent individuals don't just learn, they implement. They experiment, test ideas, and turn knowledge into results. Most people learn but never apply, which keeps them stagnant. Applying knowledge is what separates thinkers from achievers. Every idea put into action is a step toward mastery, influence, and independence. They also embrace discomfort as a necessary tool for growth. Most people avoid difficult conversations, challenging tasks, or personal reflection. Intelligent people lean into it. Discomfort signals growth, and instead of running from it, they analyze, adapt, and push through. Over time, this habit builds resilience, confidence, and the ability to navigate any challenge life throws at them. Highly intelligent people manage their environment to support their growth. They understand that surroundings, routines, and social circles influence behavior and mindset. Most people drift into toxic environments without realizing the damage. Intelligent individuals deliberately design their lives, physical space, digital space, and social space, to maximize focus, learning, and productivity. They also practice continuous self-assessment and honest reflection. Every month, quarter, or year, they review their habits, achievements, failures, and goals. They ask themselves hard questions, challenge assumptions, and make adjustments. This prevents stagnation and ensures that every action aligns with long-term objectives. Most people ignore reflection and repeat mistakes. Intelligent people correct course continuously. Another habit is building resilience through action. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, they act despite fear, uncertainty, or discomfort. Most people procrastinate or wait for the right moment. Intelligent individuals create the right moment by taking control. Action builds confidence, knowledge, and momentum, creating a cycle of growth that keeps compounding. Finally, they commit to lifelong self-improvement in every area of life. Intelligence isn't a destination, it's a journey. Highly intelligent people continuously refine their mind, body, habits, skills, and relationships. They never settle for good enough. This dedication to improvement keeps them ahead, prepared, and empowered to face any challenge or opportunity. At this point, you can see a pattern emerging. Intelligence is not just a number, it's a collection of habits, choices, and mindset. You can start today. One habit at a time. One decision at a time. The key is consistent action. If you've absorbed even a fraction of this, don't stay passive. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone who needs it, and keep coming back for more insights like this. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and what you feed it determines your future. The life you want, success, influence, wealth, freedom, is built habit by habit. And intelligent people don't leave it to chance. They design it. You have the awareness now. The choice is yours. Highly intelligent people make a habit of questioning everything, including themselves. Most people go through life accepting what they've been told, following instructions, or agreeing with popular opinion. But intelligent individuals constantly evaluate. They ask, "Why am I doing this? Is this actually helping me grow? Could there be a better way?" This habit forces them to think critically, to avoid mistakes that others repeat endlessly. And more importantly, it builds independence. You stop being a passive consumer of life and start becoming an active creator of your own reality. It's uncomfortable at first, because it forces you to confront your blind spots. But that discomfort is exactly what grows your mind. The more you do this, the sharper and more resilient you become. Another habit that sets them apart is their love for learning, not just information. Highly intelligent people aren't satisfied with superficial knowledge. They don't just skim articles or watch videos to pass time. They dive deep. They study history, philosophy, science, and human behavior, not because they want to impress anyone, but because understanding the world deeply gives them an edge. They take lessons from books, from failures, and from the people around them, and then apply it. Unlike most people who read or listen passively, intelligent individuals turn knowledge into action. And over time, this cumulative learning creates a mental library that allows them to make smarter decisions, solve complex problems, and recognize opportunities that others can't see. They also practice emotional regulation on a daily basis. While many people react impulsively, angry texts, frustrated outbursts, panicked decisions, highly intelligent people pause. They understand that emotion without control is destructive. They allow themselves to feel, but they don't let feelings dictate behavior. This habit allows them to make clear decisions under pressure, build stronger relationships, and avoid unnecessary conflict. Emotional mastery is one of the most underrated aspects of intelligence because most people confuse raw emotion with strength. The truth is, strength is measured by how well you control it and channel it toward purpose. Highly intelligent people are obsessed with self-reflection. They constantly analyze their choices, actions, and habits. Every week, sometimes every day, they ask themselves hard questions. What did I do well? What did I waste time on? How can I be better tomorrow? This habit builds awareness of patterns that most people never even notice. Over time, this self-reflection turns into personal evolution. While everyone else repeats the same mistakes year after year, intelligent individuals evolve continuously. They understand that growth is not about luck, it's about deliberate improvement. Another key habit is strategic risk-taking. Many people avoid risk completely, settling for comfort and familiarity. Others take reckless risks without thinking about consequences. Highly intelligent people do the opposite. They calculate, evaluate, and then act. They understand that avoiding risk entirely guarantees mediocrity, while reckless risk guarantees chaos. By striking a balance, they open doors to opportunities that others never see. And here's the subtle point: risk isn't just about money or career, it's about personal growth. Every time they step outside their comfort zone, they expand their ability to think, act, and succeed. They also protect their mental and physical energy like a sacred resource. While most people drain themselves on useless arguments, negative people, and endless scrolling, intelligent people carefully choose how they spend their energy. They prioritize sleep, nutrition, movement, focus, and meaningful activity. They know that without energy, intelligence is wasted. Think of it like this: even a brilliant computer won't function if the power is off. You need energy to apply knowledge, make decisions, and take action. Protecting it is non-negotiable. Another powerful habit is curiosity over judgment. Intelligent people ask questions instead of assuming they know everything. They're fascinated by people, situations, and ideas, which allows them to see layers and details others miss. Curiosity drives creativity, innovation, and insight. While others react, intelligent individuals investigate. This habit keeps them learning, growing, and seeing opportunities where everyone else sees problems. They also live intentionally instead of passively. Most people drift through life, reacting to circumstances, letting routines control them, following habits that don't serve them. Intelligent individuals live deliberately. Every action, every decision, every habit is chosen with purpose. They understand that living passively leads to wasted potential, frustration, and regret. Intentional living isn't flashy, it's disciplined, thoughtful, and strategic. But over time, it compounds into extraordinary results. Highly intelligent people are also resilient in the face of failure. They understand that setbacks are inevitable. While most people crumble, blame, or quit, intelligent people embrace failure as feedback. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every disappointment becomes a stepping stone, and every struggle becomes practice for greater strength. This habit doesn't just build intelligence, it builds unshakable confidence and mental toughness. Finally, one of the most transformative habits is deliberate networking and learning from the right people. They don't waste time with negativity, gossip, or people who pull them down. Instead, they surround themselves with those who inspire, challenge, and elevate them. They learn from mentors, peers, and even competitors. The people you spend time with shape your mindset more than almost anything else. Intelligent people know this and use it strategically.